If my money is not growing, it's causing me pain. I multiply my earnings this year. I welcome you today to day 4 of the 21-day Earn More Money Challenge. I believe you're on track and you're putting into action what we are learning through this forum. And it may be good today that we remind ourselves of what does success mean? How do people get successful? There is no secret to success. There is a system to success. I was one of those people who got deceived. I deceived myself, and I don't blame anyone for this. I deceived myself that there was a secret to success. And there are many, many things that are sold out there that I bought into, thinking they would earn me quick success. Yeah? One of the fields that sometimes is mistaken to be a quick success avenue is network marketing, where you find you're told put your money here, invite this number of people, within no time, you'll have the money you desire. It doesn't work that way. Network marketing is a good thing, but it has its own system. You have to train yourself. You have to actually go for training. You have to understand the product. You have to sell value. It just doesn't come. Ask anyone who has gone to the top in network marketing. There is a system to success. And being successful means adopting a whole new mindset, a new way of looking at things, a new way of showing up, a new way of managing your day. Success is something you attract by the person you become. It's not something you pursue. It's not something you chase and run after. You become. You become that person who attracts success, who attracts money towards you. So, the major question to ask yourself in whatever it is that you do on a daily basis, whether you are employed, whether you are in business, what am I becoming here? You have to every day compete with the person you were yesterday. Work on yourself daily to be better so that you can attract the success you desire. I work on myself daily. I have a daily method of operation. I don't just wake up and the day turns out with the phone calls that come. No, I wake up in the morning. I try to wake up every day by 4 a.m. There are days I make it, there are days when I don't make it, depending on how late my clients' schedules have been. But my daily method of operation, I start at 4 a.m. I start with my prayers, then I do my solitude time. I believe by now you understand what solitude time is. That quiet time when you sit down with your journal and go into your mind and understand how am I going to participate in creation today? What am I going to do? What am I called to do today? Because each day is a gift. How are you going to put it into good use? So I go into solitude, I plan my day. Then I do my exercise. As I exercise, I listen to an audiobook. Or after exercise, I read a book for 30 minutes. Then I go again, do my prayers, I go to church, do my breakfast, catch up with my phone calls, catch up with my kitchen. Then I start seeing my clients at 9 a.m. So that is how most of my days are. There are days when I divert from it based on clients, but I default back to my daily method of operation. So my day has a formula that I ensure incorporates my physical, mental, spiritual, social, and my career on a daily basis. So unless you change how you are and how you operate, you'll keep getting the same results, same income, same debt, same bills. Something has to give in. You have to die to your old self. You have to see what is it in my schedule that is eating into my desired income, my big, hairy, audacious goal. What is that is eating into it? Die to that and awaken a new you for you to get the results you desire. So let's look at some maxims to earn more this year. Maxims are rules. They are rules of or conducts that you adopt that are aligned to where you want to go. And the first one is to provide the highest quality of service in your profession, in whatever it is that you do, that which you call your work, whether you are employed or you are in business. Do that work well. Do that work well, not only to please the client, not only to satisfy yourself, but do it well for a higher motive. We don't just exist here in the world, we exist for a higher purpose, and we need to align our work to that. And this necessarily entails starting your work well, navigating through it well. Those are little activities that are involved. Do them well. This brings to mind last year when my laptop had a problem and I had to call this young man to help me fix it. And he came. And even before he arrived, he sent me his bill. And I thought, okay, how do I pay an invoice before even you do the work? But the young man came, did the work. He had to do some overhaul because my work involves a lot of videos and photos, and he had to do a lot of an overhaul. And this all overhaul involve in the overhaul. I noticed that I didn't have some of the photos that I had previously. So I had to ask him to go and recheck what happened. To date, as I speak to you, this young man has never come back. Each time I call him, he says next week, end of the week. Do your work well. This man, does he expect to be wealthy? Because money follows value. Do your work well, even if it's work that you're not getting paid for it. Do it as perfectly as possible, fulfilling all your professional and social obligation. It requires you to work conscientiously, responsibly, lovingly, persevering whatever toil that comes with your work. Nothing is easy. Nothing good that is good just comes easily. You must put effort. So persevere in whatever effort that comes with your work. If it's those phone calls, make them. Call again. Follow up. Do a list. Do whatever it is that you need to do. Yeah? Perseveringly. So it can happen that despite your best efforts, the end product is defective. Yeah, you can put a lot of effort and you still, whatever it is that you get, it's not your standard, it's not your expectations. Yeah, you follow up, you do proposal, you go for meetings, you present your best self. No client signs up for whatever it is you're offering. Yeah, the most important thing, continue. Like we said yesterday, keep going, because you're going for a higher purpose. You're not doing it just for the sake of doing it. Eventually, somebody will knock at your door. So the work that we offer needs to be without blemish. If you find that there is an area that you need to work on, to improve on, study. See what you can do. Understand technology if that's what you need to improve on. To get money, you exchange value. So your clients, your employer, should not find pockets of areas that are gaps. Do not overlook your competence and how you provide your service. Start and finish well each and every detail of the tasks that are involved in what you call your job. Then, secondly, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work on your job, you'll earn a living. If you work on yourself, you'll make a fortune. And I quote Jim Rohn. How right he is. If you want to get paid what your talents are worth, you're going to have to grow your muscles. You have to be better each and every day. You have to polish yourself every day. Don't settle for an average in any area of your life. When you think of the word average, you might think of comfortability or simply being good enough. That is not good enough. You might think of yourself as just, okay, provided not so badly off. No, you need to be excellent. You find that we get so comfortable working an average amount of hours, making an average amount of money, accepting an average bank account. Provided my bank account is not empty, I'm okay. Having friends who are average and do not challenge you in any way. You find that often these friendships, when you are together, the conversations are so basic. They border into gossip. They border into criticizing. They don't put money in your pocket. Watching average television programs that don't challenge your mind. Being on social media posts that they don't add value in any way. In the name of just continuous entertainment. Joining WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups in the name of networking where there is no value add. Your bank balance remains the same or even keeps getting depleted. Doing many average things. Being average is dangerous. It's a serious problem with the middle class. It's an average epidemic. Working an average job will lead to failure because with the current technological advancement, those employees who are average, the business people who provide things that are average, you become susceptible to market changes, market job changes. You are the first people who are exited because what you provide is average. But when what you provide is excellent, somebody will think twice before getting rid of you. Don't settle for average. Speaking of average, it's also dangerous to strive for middle class life. Just being comfortable being in the middle class. and feeling important that I'm in the middle class. Get away from this middle class thinking and get out there and do something productive. Roll your sleeves. So don't get caught up with what is commonly known as the middle class squeeze. And this occurs when the cost of living rises. But the middle class, often your wage remains the same, your salary is the same. When you provide middle class products, you will still be paid the same. Yet the cost of living keeps going up. So you are squeezed in there. Middle class family are the ones who suffer the most when the cost of living goes up. Like one of my mentors says, you become an elite poor because you've already defined your lifestyle as a middle class. When the cost of living goes up, you're earning the same salary, but you have to fund this cost of living at the living standards you had put yourself. So stop striving for average or middle class. Instead, set your sight high. Break away from being just good enough. And why is it? Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that two people in the same organization doing the same job, one is earning 10 times more? What's the difference between one and the other? Is it time? No, no. What could you get more? What is it that that person is doing more than you? It's value. Value makes difference in results. Yeah? We primarily get paid for value. We don't get paid for time. We don't get paid for how we look. So value. Question is it possible to become twice as valuable in the marketplace and make twice as much money? The answer is yes, if you work primarily on yourself. If you work on yourself, you have to develop an above average income. You have to become an above average person. Be in an above average network where you are purposeful, you have direction, there is something you are trying to achieve. It is why I keep encouraging you, join the Money Coaching Hub, the collaborative learning space for professionals in business, employed, and those in career transition. Every month, we meet once a month, and we just don't meet to chitty chatty. There is something specific we are working on. It is why we have this challenge of the Earn More Money Challenge, because we are all each individually working to earn more money. We have specific areas of shifts that we are working on. You see, if nothing changes, nothing changes. You have to purpose to be intentional to change things. For things to change for you, you got to change. You know, most people say, I hope this year will be different. I sure hope things will change for me. Based on my wide experience, working with clients, looking at how the environment things work, nothing is likely to change if you are not intentional to change them. I myself had to change. I had to change how my day operates. I have to change my friendships. I had to select the people I hang around for me to change my income. If you want to know how things will be 5 years from now for you, Just look back at your last 5 years. If you continue doing things the same way, 5 years from now, you will have the same lifestyle. You have to build something so valuable, yeah, that people are willing to trade their hard-earned money, yeah, to pay you. There's a book, I'm in a book club. Yesterday we met, and the next book we are reading is So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport. And that book ideally is speaking about what I'm trying to speak about right now. Yeah? Be so good that the people cannot afford to ignore you. And lastly, be fearless and promote yourself. Regardless of your position, your product, your service, whatever it is you offer, the first order of business is to promote. Promoting is a daily job. Advertising is a daily job. Look at us at Profit Acumen. We advertise each and every day. There's no day that we are not on social media everywhere. Look at a company like Safaricom. You know it in and out. You know what they provide, but they're literally on your face every single day. So whatever it is that you offer, why is it that you are not out there every day? If I don't know you or your company, I'll never do business with you or your company. It's impossible to think that I will ever do anything with you if I have never heard of you. It's also impractical to think that I'll do business with you if I quit hearing about you. So, this thing of doing a good post once a month or once a week, it doesn't work. Every day, you need to be on the face of your potential customers. The first and most important action of any person or business is to make yourself known. So once people know you, it's your job to keep reminding the market you are relevant and you are valuable. Keep reminding. To further the progress of your career, your pay, your business, your product, the most important action, you need to be known. Promoting is just not a good thing, it is the thing. Never apologize for promoting yourself. It is the thing you must do every day. When is the last time you advertised? When is the last time you advertised to people who don't know you? When is the last time somebody called you and said, "Oh, Carol, Jane, I saw your post here and there. I'd like to know more about what you're doing." Promote yourself until people know your name and your face. Keep promoting until they know you as the leader in that space. Promote yourself until your competition no longer threatens you, but finally admires you and wants to collaborate with you. You have to be willing to promote yourself continuously and shamelessly. The moment you find the market no longer thinking about you or talking about you, it will no longer value you. Yeah? People want to see you. People want to hear you. They need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you. But you have to be on their face for that to happen. So, to wrap up what we are working on today, we are working on the maxims to earn more. And number one, You need to provide the highest quality of service in your profession. Give the best goods, the best service. Secondly, don't settle for average in any area of your life. Work on yourself. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Don't be an average person. And thirdly, be fearless and promote yourself. Don't fear promoting yourself. Speak about what you do everywhere. Any opportunity that comes, stop and speak about yourself. Have your pitch statement on how you introduce yourself and what you do. So I hope by now you've invested in your money journal and you're documenting everything chronologically, what we are speaking about here, so that you start your 2022 with the mindset to put more money in your pocket. Yeah? To put more money in your pocket and to change your life. So money does not just fall from the air. It's a process. And this is the process for you to change your life. I'm excited to always offer this to you. And for now, it's a wrap. It's Edith, your money coach. See you tomorrow on episode 5.